students, this is your second day of class. In class 9th, the first chapter is the story of village Palampur. In the previous class, we have discussed about the village and we have discussed the major 6 points of the chapter. First, in this chapter today, we'll discuss the previous things we have covered in the last class. So there is a quick revision of the chapter in front of you. The very first point is given, that is your village Palampur. So we have discussed कि village Palampur we are studying to understand the economy of a village. It is a hypothetical village which we have imagined कि there is a such village. Then after we have discussed in this chapter the geographical location, what is the position of this village, what are the nearby places, like we discussed in this chapter. The Shahpur is a nearby town and the Raiganj is a village which is nearby to the village Palampur. The next point was the demographic profile, how many peoples are residing or how many families are residing. So we discussed 450 families residing in the village Palampur, and if we talk about their caste, so out of them 80 people, or we can say the 80 families belong to the general and rest are the scheduled caste people or SCs. The next point is the sixth one, that is your what they do or what was their profession. So we all know that economy is a system in which we discuss or peoples are performing the various types of tasks to earn their living. So in village Palampur, they are also performing the task and they are belonging to some of the professions, but majority of the people were engaged in the farming, as farming was the main profession of the people in the village Palampur. But apart farming, peoples were doing the animal husbandry, they were doing the shopkeeping also in the village, and apart from it, few were doing some small businesses, such as there was a man, Mishri Lal, who is running his sugarcane crusher machine for making jaggery. In the same series, if we'll talk about the facilities available in the village Palampur, so we have discussed educational facilities, medical facilities, transportation, mediums and electricity. We have discussed there was availability of the primary school, there was a availability of the PHC, primary health center. For transportation, there were motors were running, it was connected or it was with the well developed road, it was connected, the village Palampur was connected with the well developed road system, bullock carts were running and motorcycles were running. And if we talk about the electricity, so we discussed most of the houses of the village Palampurs had the electricity connections. So that was the summary till the last class. The topic which we will discuss today, the topic is the requirement of production. We have discussed for doing production, there are 4 requirements. They are name wise on your screen. Number 1, the first requirement of production is land. Number 2, labors. Labors are required for doing production. Number 3 is the physical capital. The physical capital means the things which are helping us in the process of production, like it can be divided in 2 parts or 2 categories, fixed capital and working capital, and the last is number 4, the human capital. So now we have knowledge about what is required for doing production, so we can answer it very easily कि there are 4 requirements of production, namely land, labor, physical capital and human capital. So next we'll discuss in detail, we'll discuss about with an example how these components, these elements helpful in the process of production. Suppose we want to produce a pen. You can see on your screen there is a pen I'm having in my hand. So what are the requirements for making this pen? The first requirement should be the land. There must be some factory or some unit where these pens will manufacture. So we require land. for the production of this pen. Secondly, we need the laborers, the people who will make these pens. They will run the machines and they will help in the transferring of goods. They can transport the goods. They will do the rest of the works in this. They will also work in packaging. They will work for finishing the product also. The next is physical capital. That is very important कि we need physical capital. So there are two types of physical capital. First is fixed capital and the next is the working capital. So if we'll talk about the fixed capital is required for doing production. So what can be the fixed capital? So you can see on your screen there is a one building, one factory is looking, one vehicle is there, truck is there, tractors are there, and in the working capital we are looking some raw material type things are there, like there is a corn is there, peanut is there. So these are the requirement of the production. So for doing the production we need the fixed capital, like we need the machineries, we need the buildings for doing production. And in working capital means कि for doing the production of this pen we need the plastic, we need plastic and we need ink. So what is the difference in fixed and working capital? Fixed capital means they are the fixed assets or they work for the several years, or we can say in easy words कि these includes the buildings and machineries which are helpful for the production for several years. While working capital means the raw material and the money in hand which can be finish up, which can finish up after the production of the product. Like plastic is used up and money can be paid to the laborers. So these working capital is used up during the process of production, but fixed capitals are used again and again during the process of production. Now very important, the fourth point, that is human capital. What is human capital? So human capital means we have land, now we got the labors also, we have money, we have raw material, we have the machineries, but we need some technique of production, we need some guidance, we need some skill to make those products. So the human capital means the skill, the expertise, the knowledge which is converting and using these all the rest of three elements of production and put them together and makes the product. So this is your human capital. So finally we have seen for doing the production of this one pen we required land, we required laborers, we required fixed and working capital, and we needed the human capital, the skill, the knowledge, the expertise for making this pen. So similarly other products are there, and for doing their production similarly each time we need all these requirements. Each time we require these four things: land, labor, physical capital and human capital. Above we have seen the example what we need to do the production, and while doing the production what are the requirements and how we are utilizing those all the requirements and making the products. But still there is more need of those all the requirements to study. Like first requirement of production is land, second is labor, third is physical capital, and fourth is human capital. So in this series first we will discuss about the very first requirement for production, which is land. So see the definition on your screen, that is on your screen you can see the land. So we need the land for doing the production. Now I'm going to read it for you. Land, it is the first requirement of production and we need to establish some factory or unit, so it must be on land. The second is labor. The second requirement is labor, as machines operated by them. The works like sorting, packaging, loading and finishing done by the labors. So the labor are the second requirement of the production. The third requirement is the physical capital. The variety of inputs are required at every stage. For example, tools, buildings, and machineries are needed, and along with them, raw materials and money in hand is required for doing the production. And we have discussed physical capital has two parts, fixed capital and working capital. So there are the details. Fixed capital means the tools, buildings, and machineries, while working capital means the raw materials and the money in hand. So now we know for doing the production we require many inputs, and these inputs are tools, buildings, and machineries. These are the fixed capital under the physical capital, and we also need raw material and money in hand, which is our working capital. Let's have a look on fixed and working capital definitions. Fixed capital, like buildings and machines, used for several years. It ranges from such as simple farmers plug to sophisticated machines like generators and computers. So now we can say the fixed capital means the machineries or the assets which are helpful for the production for several years. As I have taken the example of plug, so एक जो plug use करके farmers क्या कर सकता है, for several years it can do the farming, it can cultivate the vegetables, fruits, and other crops. And if you are using the generators and computers, so they also work for several years. And the next is your working capital. So under the physical capital we are discussing fixed and working capital. So working capital is used up during the production and required again next time during production. This is very important to understand. The working capital is used up. Working capital is used up, as I have given you the example. While the production of pen, plastic and ink is used up during the production, and whenever again we'll do the production, again we need the plastic and the ink. In example, there are such as raw materials and money. So similarly, when again we are doing the production of pen, so we need again the ink, the plastic, and money to do the payments of the laborers. But the machines which are making the pen, it will remain. It can again helps in the production. So the machine which is making the pen is the example of your fixed capital, and the ink, the plastic is raw material, and the money which you are paying to the laborers as a wages is also required. The last and final requirement is human capital. Very important. The knowledge, expertise, and skills required to use the three resources to do production, nowadays known as human capital. What is human capital? The knowledge, skill, and expertise which we need to combine these three resources like land, labor, and physical capital. So when we have all the three, so we need human capital for execution of the production. So the next you can see a picture, and it's your turn what you understood to identify in this picture. You can see there is a factory with several laborers and heavy machines. So it's now your turn. You need to pick out what is fixed capital, what is working capital, and what are the requirements of production. And you can see over there, you can see many things there, and we have discussed there are requirement of land, labor, physical capital, and the human capital. So you need to write it down ki which capital you can see in this picture. So now there is a conclusion of the class today. So we have learned land plus labor plus physical capital plus human capital is equal to the factors of production. We have concluded land plus labor plus physical capital plus human capital is equal to the factors of production. The next thing you need to perform is you need to solve the two question of homework. The first is define resource land. You have to define the land we have discussed today. And the second question, what is the difference between working and fixed capital? you need to write about the working capital and the fixed capital. Okay students, so see you in the next class, and in the next class we will discuss about farming in village Palampur. Okay.